Hello everyone, welcome to my chess channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about a tactic called removing the guard. So I'm going to jump right away into the example. So I'm going to explain it. So I'm going to explain this tactic through an example. So let's look at this position. It's white to play. If you notice, white rook has an attack on the knight and white king has an attack on the bishop. So, and if you notice, the black knight guards the bishop on b4. So the right move for white here is to remove the guard of the bishop, that is to capture the knight, and after the king captures, king takes bishop, and white wins the game by promoting the c pawn to the end. Okay, let's look at the next example. In this position, it's white to play. Notice that white rook has an attack on bishop on c5. So if we try to capture the bishop right away, the problem is knight captures back. So what we need to do is, first we eliminate the knight that's guarding this bishop. We do that by capturing the knight. Bishop takes on e6, and after rook or pawn takes, then we capture the bishop. Okay, so moving on to the next example. In this position, if you notice, white's queen and bishop have a battery on the h7 pawn. So again, if we try to just capture the h7 pawn, then the knight on f6 will capture the queen. So going back, so what we need to do is, we need to eliminate the guard of h7 pawn. That's the knight on f6. So for example, bishop takes knight on f6, and let's say bishop takes, and now if we go to h7, it's a checkmate. Okay, so let's move on to the next example. In this position, it's black to move. So try to imagine that the bishop on d5 is not there. So bishop takes f3, and after king to g1, knight h3 would be result in a checkmate. So going back to the position, so how can you remove the guard of the f3 knight? So how can you remove the guard of the f3 knight is by the surprising looking move, that is queen takes d5. So the queen is in a much higher ranked piece than the bishop. So we sacrifice the queen just to remove the guard of the f3 knight, and after pawn takes queen, bishop takes f3 check, king goes to g1, that's the only move, and then knight h3 will result in a checkmate. Okay, so let's go to the next example. So in this example, I would like you to pause your video and try to find the move yourself. Are you ready? If you notice, black queen and knight are aiming at the h2 pawn, and the piece that is protecting the h2 pawn is the white knight on f3. So if you can remove the guard of h2 pawn, then we can achieve checkmate. So the correct move is knight takes f3 with a check. So let's say queen captures the knight, and then queen h2 will result in a checkmate. Okay, let's move to the next example. In this example, if you notice, the black queen on d8 has no moves. So knight to e6 would trap the queen, if not for the pawn on f7. So what can you play here to remove the guard of the e6 square? So you need to remove the guard of the e6 square. Please pause your video and try to figure this out. Okay, so the right move is bishop takes f7, knight takes bishop, and then the knight can go to e6, winning the trap queen. Okay, going on to the next example. It's black to play. Black has a back rank threat. So in this position, if you play rook to d1, the problem is the white knight on c3 will just capture the rook, and black just lost the rook for nothing. So what we are going to do is remove the guard of d1 square. So we can do it by capturing the knight with the queen, that is sacrificing the queen for the knight, and then after queen captures queen, rook to d1 is a checkmate. Uh, so if you want to know more about the back rank checkmate, you can go to the video on back rank lesson. Okay, so moving on to our final example for this on this topic. It's black to play. Notice we have black has an attack on the rook as well as on the knight. So for example, if we capture the rook, then this would fail because the knight will capture back the queen, and we'll lose the queen for the rook. So this will not work. Going back to the position, the right move is to remove the guard of the white rook. That is by capturing it with the bishop. And let's say after the pawn captures, we capture the rook. In this example, it's not necessary that white has to capture back the bishop. White can play this intermediate move or a desperate move, by capturing the knight, and after the queen takes, uh, white can capture this bishop. Anyway, black won the rook for the knight. So in general, the rook is considered stronger than the knight because the rook has more mobility, especially on an open board like this. Okay, so that's all in this lesson. We'll see some more tactics in the next videos. So thanks for watching. Bye.